Hey everybody, Austin back again with another Let's Play video. The third and final video in my Ouya Let's Play series. This is going to be Antichromatic, or Antichromatic. Pretty cool retro style game. Skill-based platformer with an Ikaruga style black and white type of element that I'll explain as we play the game. Let's go ahead and just jump right into the game. Not going to worry too much about options and stuff like that. And choose a difficulty. Hard or very hard. There's no normal or easy, and it's all hard. I'm gonna go ahead and just skip through the story because it's kind of whatever. This game's more about the platforming and stuff like that. So you've basically got a element where you can switch colors. As you can see, some platforms are available in the dark side and others are only available in the light side. So if I fall down here, no platforms. But if I switch, there are platforms, but there are also spikes and I can die. So, yeah. Let's see. It's been a couple weeks since I played this game, but I shouldn't have too much of a problem just running straight through it. And it is sort of non-linear. You've got this, let's see, where is it? This map structure. There's a world map in the right-hand portion of the screen. It's not a very big world map, so you can actually get through this game pretty quickly. But it's all about getting specific items to get you through other barricades and things like that. So for instance, we're going to get a double jump very soon. We're going to, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a double jump. We're going to go ahead and get a wall jump eventually and things like that. So it's at the point now where, you know, they're already throwing just obstacles in your way where you have to use the change mechanic sort of intelligently, and that's kind of the charm to this game, if you will. And you'll see it gets a lot trickier as you progress through the game. So certain types of firepower can only destroy certain kinds of blocks. Oops. And much like Ikaruga, you could just swap colors to avoid certain objects. This room here with these colored blocks is actually the final stretch in the game to the final room and the final boss, essentially. So we don't need to go there yet. That'll be the ultimate goal, though. Oops. I'm playing really bad right now. This is actually the third Ouya video I've recorded in a row, and so at this point I'm just kind of tired. I'm kind of like, stop recording videos, but I'm gonna do it anyway because, yeah, I definitely should have warmed up for this game. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and sit up here. You can actually use the right analog stick to just fire and aim, which I have thought is pretty cool. So, but it's not always necessary. You can actually just hold the U button, also known as the square button on a PS3 controller, and just fire straight like that. God, what am I doing? This game is so hard to talk and play at the same time because it's disorienting. After playing games like Maldita Castilla and Don't Look Back in my prior two Ouya Let's Plays, this game is just completely disorienting. You really have to adjust to the game and get used to how it works. Whew. So, yeah, this is going to take a few moments to adjust to. I need to get into the right mindset. It's really not that hard, just as long as you're in the right mindset. Making the right decisions, as is always the case in these more difficult kind of games. So, you know, in a lot of these early rooms in the game, they have text that just sits there and tells you exactly what the item does that you'll get in the room. So I got the sun boots, which allow me to double jump, which is arguably one of the most useful items in the game. But you can only double jump in the white form. You can't double jump in the black form. So the black form is what the wall jump is for, and we will get that very shortly. So this is another free game. I don't think it cost me any money, and That's definitely one of the coolest things about the Ouya, is there are some decent free games on the system. I don't know if this game's going to have a ton of replay value, but it is a cool game. I had fun going through it the first time, and again, it was free, like 100% free. No, nothing. No, it's just, oh, why did I do that? I knew that was going to happen. So free is great, and it's a good game. It took me about 40 minutes to get through it my first time. So here's to hoping that, God, as long as I can fucking focus, man. I can't focus at all doing this Let's Play. Doing disorienting games and trying to talk and play at the same time is tough. Super disorienting. And again, I had no practice at this game. Whereas with Don't Look Back and Maldita Castilla, I've been playing those games a lot over the few weeks I've had on Ouya. This game I played for one night, really, and that was it. So I'm definitely not as warmed up to this game as I am with those others. Like Maldita Castilla, I've played the crap out of that game. I was very, very addictive. I haven't played a great Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts game since Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins on the PlayStation Portable, so... Oh, why did I do that? So disorienting. So we've got these other rotating spikes that are flying back and forth. They actually stay in both dimensions. There's our wall jump. They stay in both dimensions, and so you do have to watch out for them. Definitely a tricky ass game, that is for sure. Why did I do that? You need the wall jump. Switch colors, jump! This is where it gets really, really tricky. Oh, man. What am I doing? This is the kind of game you really need to think beforehand, or form a game plan before you just start jumping around like a bumbling idiot. So, just like that. And it's tough. So... Whoa! God! And you gotta remember, you can't wall jump when you're in the white form, and vice versa. You can't double jump when you're in the black form, and that's where it gets really, really disorienting. So wall slide down. I remember doing this room a lot, just because I got lost in my first few playthroughs, and I ended up just doing a lot of the same rooms over and over again. Not because I needed to, but just because I was getting lost. And this allows me to destroy green blocks. Alright, I definitely feel like I'm warming up to it a little bit better now, so... That's a very tricky room right there. And this is, if you guys couldn't tell already, this is a game that requires pretty much all of your concentration, which is, I've noticed is kind of a running trend in a lot of these modern sort of retro throwback titles. And you know, it's not, I don't mind that, but I'll be honest with you, it gets kind of, it gets kind of old after a while. I just like good level design in a game that has a little more flow to it, not a game that's just really there to try to screw you. Not screw you, but really, really give you a hard time. And really, that's quite the intent of a lot of these modern retro style games. They are very difficult for more or less the sake of being difficult. And yeah, a challenge is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about the challenge, you know. But I'm noticing a lot of modern retro games are like this game. Just very, 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 very tricky and challenging. So it's definitely a running trend with modern indie retro style efforts. So all these deaths have been I could totally just control, but I am not being patient. And if you guys saw my Maldita Castilla Let's Play, you know that being patient is a big part of succeeding at that game, and it's basically the same thing for this game, and that is just extremely tricky right there. Whew. Alright. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. You have to jump into the right teleporter up top in order to get to the upper left quadrant of the screen, which is where you need to go. And it's the top right one, I believe, that'll take you where you need to go. Just like that. Otherwise, you fall in spikes and you die. And what is the best way to do this? Probably going this way. Sometimes it's just to, I can't talk right now. Man, sometimes it's best to just, you know, take it easy, play it like an old school platformer without actually changing your colors up. Did I get all the colors already? No. Wow, really? You can beat this game in like 15 minutes? Woo! Well, guys, we're at the final room already, so this is probably going to take me quite a few tries because basically you have this black and white room, but you've got these 4 random colored blocks floating around, and you have to destroy all of them. And that's essentially the goal of this. And it's tricky, just like the rest of the game. So, and you have to do it, you have to destroy all of them without dying. So you have to keep that in mind as you're playing. This one you can sort of sit and hug this wall and shoot it that way. Or you can just run back down from the top like you saw me do the first time. Gotta work our way back. Is there only 3? Or maybe it's just 3. I thought it was 4. But this little chick down here, or this little dude, shoots at you, so you have to watch out for that. This guy up here, I sort of just sit down here and just fire up like so. This one takes a little bit longer. I just sit down here because it's easier. And I think that's it. Whoa. God damn it, man. And the problem about dying at any part is you gotta do this all over again. It gets extremely repetitive and extremely freaking repetitive. So you gotta fucking game. As you guys can tell, I'm having a blast playing this game, and I don't know. I like this game. I don't think I like talking and playing over it at the same time because it's just so disorienting. And I'm definitely not playing nearly as well as I normally would. I can't even aim straight because of the whole talking and playing aspect, and that's the nature of Let's Plays, but there we go. God, Jesus Christ, man. This shit is just meant to piss you off. And I haven't raged in a Let's Play in a while. My problem is that you gotta do the whole damn thing over again. It's just, it's so monotonous. I think this is a terrible design choice. Well, Austin, you should get punished for not playing well. Well, not like this. This just makes the game not any fucking fun to play. And see, it's just, let me sit here for a while because, you know, this is so hard right here, and it's just yeah, I could try to like jump up and do it this way, but whoa, those spikes don't disappear. See, gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. Gotta spend your good, happy, fun time doing this shit again. Realistically, some of these areas are sort of designed for speed running in mind. Like, do I just sit down on the bottom and shoot up at the red colored thing, or do I actually risk dodging between the spikes up top and beat it faster? So, like, you can see I've been playing for 17 some odd minutes already, almost 18 minutes, and you know, if I was trying to speed run, the goal would probably try to be to beat the game in under 10 minutes or something like that. I don't usually go for speed running or things like that. I don't have the patience. I play a lot of games, and I don't dedicate as much time to a single game anymore as I used to when I was younger. In the old days. That's weird. Sometimes it allows you to strafe backwards, but other times it doesn't. I wonder if... Well, that's it. We just beat the game, and yeah, whatever. I don't freaking care. I honestly didn't have that much fun playing that game, guys, in this Let's Play. Again, it's the kind of game you have to really focus at. And then, two, it's just... I don't like that last part of the game. I mean, you die and you gotta go back and destroy all the blocks over again, and what happens is you end up doing like the same two over and over and over again, and it just sucks all the fun out of it. I mean, they should have just had you respawn and have one of the blocks you destroyed be destroyed, and just, or maybe make it a thing where on very hard mode, you have to destroy them all back to back, and then if you die, you do it over again. But, or maybe there should have been like a normal mode, ease the freaking player in. You know, a game that's hard just for the sake of being hard just isn't a fun game. It doesn't equate to a fun game, and video games should be fun first and foremost. Now, I am complaining a lot just because I can. Like, I died 23 times. That's nothing compared to the first time I played it. I think I probably died like 140 something times the first time I played this game. And, you know, I just beat the game in half the time it took me to beat it the first time I played the game. So, you know, even with talking and playing at the same time, I still played way better than I did the first time I played through the game. And if I wasn't talking and playing, I could probably beat the game in 10 minutes. You know, I had actually a new game played right after I beat it the first time, and I got most of the way through the game, and just very, very quickly, and only a handful of deaths. And, you know, when you get familiar with the game, it can be kind of fun. You can just bolt right through it. But I don't know, something about it just doesn't really click with me. It's a cool game, and I do recommend you check this out if you have an Ouya, because it's free. It's 100% free. So, and it's a good quality Ouya game. It's not crap like a lot of the Ouya games are. You know, it's a competently made game. It's just there's some design choices I don't really care for, and I'm not a huge fan, again, of like a lot of these modern indie games that are just about rote memorization and pattern skills with little substance on top of it. You know, I grew up with platformers of old, you know, and mostly, especially Japanese platformers that have very good design, and they ease you in. They have a flow and a purpose to the flow, whereas this is just right from the first screen. It's tough, and it's not, you know, it's just I don't know how to say it, but it's like there's no color to the game, and maybe that's the point of the game. Obviously, the black and white concept, it doesn't ease you in. It's not nice in the beginning, and it's, I don't know, it's fun. When you work your way through it, you figure out, you know, what item works best where, and, you know, once you get the color changing concept down, it's kind of cool. But it's not a game that I could see having replay value, for me anyway. Some people might be different. If you're a speedrunner, you might really enjoy this game. But let me go ahead and start a new game real quick on very hard, just to show you how much more difficult it is. So right from the very first screen, you've got more projectiles. You've got guys bouncing up and down that are going to kill you. So as you can see, it's already more difficult. And you know, it's tough. And, you know, this is definitely the kind of game that would be good for people that like a serious challenge and just want to have a serious challenge, but not have much else. That's the thing about this game, is that it's got the serious challenge, but it doesn't have much else, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, again, I think it's a well-made game. But it's just the style, in terms of, like, you know, the tricky room setups and stuff like that, gets old for me. I don't have that much fun with it. It's just like, oh, okay. So this is very hard mode, and as you can see, it's true to its word. I mean, you have to really plan ahead, and I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. So I guess maybe jump when it's... So yeah. I feel like I'm playing the game for the first time again, and you know, that's cool, but it's, oh man, yeah, I don't have the patience for this right now. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for getting angry. I haven't raged in a Let's Play in a while. I think Ninja Turtles might have been the last one on the NES. I try not to play difficult games in Let's Plays anymore unless I'm really familiar with them, but you know, I did want to show off some Ouya in these last 3 videos, and I hope you got to see some decent Ouya games. Unfortunately, like I said, and again, this is just my own personal humble opinion, I don't think the Ouya is that great. It needs more good software, but it's full of budding newbie and beginner programmers, and there's a lot of games on there that just feels like it's just there because it can be, and it's some high school project that is a quarter of the way finished, but it was released anyway. And games like this show that you can have some really cool games on the Ouya. Same with Don't Look Back, Maldita Castilla, and stuff like that. But a lot of the games on the Ouya are not like this of a high quality. This is of a really high quality compared to the rest of the Ouya library. So if you have an Ouya, check it out. You might want to also do some research, see if it's on the PC, see if it's on Android devices. God, that would be really tough to play if it was on just Android devices. Yeah, check it out if you have an Ouya or another device that it might be on. I haven't done any research on it, so definitely look into it. So anyway, guys, that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'll be back with some normal videos sometime soon. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Until then, take it easy.